But first I want to ask you about another really important thing, and that is about Iranian weapons to Russia that are targeting Ukrainians during this war. Can you tell me why it is Iran's policy to send drones and other military support to President Putin that are used to kill civilians inside Ukraine? Why are you sending drones to violating all sorts of sanctions, but still also causing a huge amount of death?
قبل از اون من توضیح بدم که خانم‌ها در ایران
Before that, I would like to say that women in Iran, they constitute a very important part of our society. Iranian women, during our revolutionary years, have turned into a very dynamic and active force. And we will not allow an active Iranian woman who abides by her values to be used by some others, so that she follows their standards, and under the pretext of hijab creates insecurity, riots, and terror. Today, Iranian women have a very special position, not only in Iran, but throughout the world. Wherever they are in the world, they are among the elite. Therefore, we must not try to diminish this important status that they have. However, with regards to Ukraine, we oppose the war in Ukraine, and we have not sent weapons to either side. And from the very beginning of the war, we have tried to stop the war, so that both sides focus on a political dialogue. This is the same policy that we adopted in the case of Yemen, Afghanistan, and various other countries in crisis. Regarding accusations that have been made against Iran with regards to drones, they're untrue. We have had defense cooperation with Russia in the past, and we continue that cooperation. But we have not provided Russia with any weapons to be used in the war in Ukraine.
Okay, so you've probably seen these pictures, right? So that is a drone, an Iranian drone that was found inside and recovered from Ukraine. This as well, with the president of Ukraine standing next to it. This they have compared to Iran. This is the Ukrainians.
Who says that?
This is the Ukrainians, and this is from open sources from like Yemen and other.
How can they prove this drone with just a photograph?
Are you denying it? Okay. Are these two the same things? This.
Let me explain it to you.
I will explain to you.
Okay, fine. But that's what the Ukrainians say, and those are the pictures of the same drone that you all display at military shows and fairs, and that have been discovered in Yemen and other places where you are active.
I will explain to you what happened.
A few months ago, I telephoned the Ukrainian foreign minister, and I said, "What are these baseless accusations you are making about Iran?" And he said, "We actually have documents that Iranian Shahed drones are being used by Russia in Ukraine." I said to him, "Look, we are ready for your military team and the Iranian military team to sit down and look at these documents and then make judgments." And we arranged to have such a meeting in Oman. And Ukrainian and Iranian military teams, they sat down, and they were showing us some very blurry, obscure satellite pictures. And they were alleging that these are Iranian drones.
But what I showed you wasn't blurry and obscure.
Our experts examined these pictures, and the pictures had no connection with Iran whatsoever. And for 4 months, we have been waiting for the second round of talks. And we expect them to come and present clearer documents. But the Ukrainian team keeps saying, "In 2 weeks, soon," but nothing has happened.
So the thing is, you did say, the Iranian government did say, that you have sent Russia Shahed drones, but you said before the invasion. But apparently, according to Western diplomats, you've sent many after the invasion. Hundreds of Iranian drones have been launched, and over 100 of them, according to the Ukrainians, have struck their targets. They are civilian targets inside Ukraine. That is why Russia is offering to trade MiG fighters, that's the latest news, for drones and more things. Another Western diplomat says, yes,
Your question
you have
is
sent.
too long.
I know it's too long, but I'm trying to say the facts because you say it's not happening, so I need your answer. That's why there's sanctions against you.
روس پرسیدیم گفت از پهپاد ایرانی.
We asked our Russian counterparts, and they said, "We have not used Iranian-manufactured drones in Ukraine." And we said to the Ukrainian counterparts, "If you have any documented proof, show it to us. We will look into it." But the Ukrainian side did not show us any strong proof to substantiate that claim, with the exception of some media accusations. And I can tell you explicitly, as the foreign minister of the Islamic Republic of Iran, that we are against war. We are against war in Ukraine, against war in Afghanistan, against war in Yemen, against war in Palestine, and our president has made great efforts in order to stop the war in Ukraine. A few months ago, Mr. Macron asked the president of our country to come and mediate, because he has good relations with Russia. And then the president, Mr. Raisi, sent me to Moscow, and I spoke with Russian officials. And we are continuing our efforts. We think war is not a solution, neither in Ukraine nor anywhere else in the world.